Zohar Matot, the world is maintained by two colors only, an in-depth exploration of judgment and mercy in Jewish thought. In the intricate and profound landscape of Jewish thought, the duality of judgment and mercy emerges as a cornerstone of spiritual understanding and practice. This duality is elegantly expressed through the metaphor of colors, specifically white and red, as articulated by the sages Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbi Yitzchak. Their reflections on the wise-hearted women who engage in spinning and crafting serve as a tapestry that weaves together these two essential attributes, shedding light on how they interact to sustain both the moral fabric of society and the divine order of existence. This essay will delve deeply into the significance of these colors, white and red, as they symbolize the interplay of judgment and mercy in Jewish spirituality, interpersonal relationships, and the broader context of community life. To fully appreciate the depth of these teachings, we must first unpack the core meanings attributed to the colors white and red. White, representing Chesed, embodies love, kindness, and compassion. It is the color of purity and light, signifying an expansive, nurturing force that seeks to uplift and support. In contrast, red, which represents Din, signifies justice, discipline, and the necessary boundaries that uphold moral order. While red can carry connotations of severity, it also plays a vital role in ensuring that actions are measured and that ethical standards are upheld. Together, these colors symbolize the balance necessary for a harmonious existence. It is through the interplay of these attributes that the world is sustained, as each color contributes its unique qualities to the collective experience of life. The wise-hearted women, as described in Shema 35:25, are emblematic of this balance. Their act of spinning is not merely a physical task, it is a profound metaphor for the integration of judgment and mercy. When Rabbi Yehuda states that the world is maintained by two colors only, white and red, he emphasizes the necessity of these two attributes coexisting in the world. The act of spinning itself becomes a symbol of this interweaving, as the women take the raw materials of wool and flax, which represent mercy and judgment respectively, and transform them into usable fabric. This transformation illustrates how seemingly opposing forces can be harmonized to create something beautiful and functional. The verse from Mishlei stating she seeks wool and flax and works willingly with her hands further reinforces this theme. Wool, associated with the quality of mercy, symbolizes warmth and comfort, while flax, linked to judgment, represents structure and discipline. The wise-hearted women, through their labor, embody the idea that while we may often lean toward one attribute over the other, the true essence of life lies in their interconnection. They remind us that the strengths of judgment can be enhanced by the softening influence of mercy, and likewise the clarity provided by judgment can guide the expressions of mercy to be both meaningful and purposeful. The feminine aspect of this teaching holds significant importance in Jewish thought. Rabbi Elazar's assertion that every woman is initially rooted in judgment until she marries a man of Israel who embodies mercy reveals the transformative potential of relationships. This transition is not merely about the individual, but rather signifies a collective responsibility to foster an environment where mercy can flourish. The union of a man and a woman in marriage symbolizes the merging of these two colors, where the woman, rooted in the left column of judgment, experiences a shift toward the right column of mercy through her relationship with her husband. This interdependence highlights the importance of community and partnership, reminding us that our individual journeys are enriched by the connections we cultivate with others. The notion of levirate marriage, as discussed in the context of Matot, serves to further illustrate the themes of restoration and continuity within the framework of Chesed. In this practice, the brother of a deceased childless man is obligated to marry his widow to restore family lineage and ensure the continuation of love and kindness within the community. This act is emblematic of the inherent responsibilities we hold toward one another, emphasizing that our actions have wide-reaching implications. By maintaining the fabric of familial and communal relationships, We ensure that the balance of judgment and mercy prevails, preventing the world from descending into chaos or isolation. The colors of white and red, while distinct, are intricately connected and represent a spectrum of human experience. The teachings of the sages remind us that our lives are a continuous dance between these attributes. In moments of hardship where judgment may feel overwhelming, it is the light of mercy that can guide us through. Conversely, in times where boundaries may be necessary, the clarity provided by judgment can help us navigate our interactions with compassion and empathy. This understanding is critical in our personal lives, our relationships, and our communities, as we strive to embody these values in our daily actions. The wise-hearted women, through their spinning, serve as a model for all of us. They invite us to reflect on how we can weave the threads of judgment and mercy in our lives. Whether through acts of kindness, ethical decision-making, or nurturing relationships, we are called to embody the duality of these attributes. The act of creating, whether it be through art, relationships, or community service, can be a powerful vehicle for expressing this balance, allowing us to contribute positively to the world around us. In conclusion, the teachings of Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbi Yitzchak regarding the world being maintained by two colors, judgment and mercy, offer profound insights into the nature of existence. The wise-hearted women illustrate the delicate interplay of these qualities, demonstrating that through love and compassion we can transform rigid judgments into pathways of healing and unity. As we engage with these teachings and reflect upon our own lives, let us be mindful of the colors we choose to weave into the fabric of our existence. May we strive to ensure that the colors of mercy shine brightly against the backdrop of judgment, creating a harmonious existence that uplifts and sustains all of creation. The world indeed is a tapestry woven from white and red, and it is our collective responsibility to nurture and maintain this delicate balance for generations to come. The dichotomy of judgment and mercy in marital choices, a Kabbalistic perspective in the intricate tapestry of spiritual teachings within Judaism, particularly those rooted in Kabbalistic thought. The interplay of divine attributes, chesed and judgment, is not only foundational but also transformative. This dichotomy shapes the essence of existence, influencing not only the cosmic order but also the intimate relationships that define our lives. The teachings surrounding the significance of marrying within the children of Israel, as opposed to those of other nations, offer profound insights into how these spiritual principles manifest in human relationships, especially in marriage. The exposition of chesed and judgment. At its core, chesed represents the divine quality of unconditional love, kindness, and compassion. It is often referred to as the right side of the spiritual dynamic, symbolizing the ideal state of existence, the nurturing force that sustains creation. In this context, the children of Israel are seen as the embodiment of this divine attribute, tasked with the sacred duty of perpetuating mercy in the world. Conversely, judgment represents a more austere, often punitive aspect of divine governance, residing on the left side. This inherent tension between the two forces is not purely theoretical. It has profound implications for the spiritual and moral fabric of our lives. When we examine the assertion that women of the other nations who know man by lying with him are forbidden to be wed, it is crucial to recognize that we are addressing a deeper metaphysical truth. Marriage in this worldview is not merely a social contract or a legal arrangement. It is a profound spiritual union, a binding of souls that can either elevate or diminish one's spiritual essence. The act of choosing a spouse is therefore laden with spiritual significance, impacting not only the individuals involved but also their families, communities, and even the broader spiritual landscape. The consequences of marital choices on the soul's destiny. The implications of these teachings are both profound and far-reaching. When a woman chooses to marry a man from the children of Israel, she is granted access to the transformative power of mercy. Kabbalistic wisdom reveals that such a union has the potential to elevate her spirit, enabling her to transcend the limitations imposed by the judgment associated with her prior state. In this union, she is no longer merely a vessel reflecting the harshness of divine justice. Instead, she becomes a conduit of mercy that flows from her husband. Conversely, the choice to marry a foreigner, an individual representing judgment, anchors her to the principles of harshness and severity. The metaphorical imagery employed in the teaching, likening her to a dog, underscores the spiritual malaise that accompanies such unions. The dogs are insolently greedy, they never have enough, is a stark expression of the emptiness and insatiability that permeates a life devoid of divine kindness. This metaphor serves as a cautionary tale, illustrating how such unions can lead to spiritual stagnation and disconnection from the nurturing attributes of Chesed. Understanding the soul's role in marital union. At the heart of this analysis lies a critical understanding of the soul's origin and its implications for marital choices. The soul of Yisrael is described as emanating from the spirit of living Elohim, indicating a direct connection to the divine source of life and blessing. This connection bestows upon the children of Yisrael a unique responsibility to embody and perpetuate the attributes of mercy in their interactions, particularly in the realm of marriage. When a virgin woman, untouched by the harsh judgments of the world and the traumas of previous relationships, cleaves to a man of Yisrael, she aligns herself with the principles of Chesed. In doing so, she facilitates the correction of inherent judgments that may exist within her soul. This transformative process enables her to embody the divine attributes that foster life and growth. The Kabbalistic teachings emphasize that through this union the woman not only enhances her own spiritual essence, but also contributes to the collective destiny of the Jewish people, reinforcing the sacred covenant that binds them to the divine. The collective responsibility of the children of Israel. The spiritual ramifications of these marital choices extend beyond individual relationships. They shape the collective destiny of the Jewish people. The assertion that the world is built by Chesed, Tehillim 89:3, underscores the inherent responsibility upon the children of Israel to perpetuate this divine kindness in their relationships and interactions. The act of marrying within the community is not merely a cultural or religious obligation. It is a commitment to the very essence of creation and the divine directive of kindness. Moreover, the teachings emphasize that he who causes Chesed to cease in the world will perish in the world to come. This stark warning serves as a reminder of the consequences of neglecting our spiritual responsibilities. The act of kindness, particularly in the context of marriage, is a sacred duty that reverberates through time and space. It has the power to shape the future of individuals and the collective, ensuring that the light of mercy continues to shine brightly in a world often clouded by judgment. Conclusion: embracing the path of mercy. In conclusion, the teachings regarding marital choices reveal a profound truth about the intertwining of spiritual realities with earthly actions. The dichotomy of judgment and mercy serves as a guiding principle that informs the choices we make in our lives. By understanding the spiritual significance of these choices, we can foster relationships that resonate with the divine attributes of Chesed, thereby contributing to the establishment of a world that is built on kindness, compassion, and divine love. As we contemplate the depth of these teachings, we are reminded that our choices have the power to either align us with the divine or lead us into the shadows of judgment. The call to embrace mercy is not merely an abstract ideal, it is a practical imperative that demands our attention and commitment. By choosing partners who embody the qualities of Chesed, we not only enrich our own lives, but also fulfill our sacred obligation to the divine legacy of the Jewish people. Thus, we must strive to cultivate a spirit of kindness, compassion, and understanding in our marital relationships, recognizing that these choices shape not only our individual destinies, but also the collective fate of our communities and the world at large. In doing so, we honor the sacred teachings that guide us, ensuring that the world continues to be built on the foundations of Chesed, illuminating the path toward a more compassionate and loving future.